Hey, good morning. It's early. What if you could make any decision with confidence? Big, small, massive, ginormous, or even tiny, with the confidence and without the pressure, without the anxiety, not necessarily making the wrong decision, but making the wrong decision at the wrong time, or in the wrong way, or for the wrong reasons. I'm Bradley Charbonneau. This is a quick morning little interlude into my brain and what I'm thinking at the moment. And this is, I don't know why I do this publicly. I might regret it, or I might rejoice at how I often publicly share my ideas. Here we go. What if you could make any decision with confidence? I did a talk in Dublin, Ireland last spring. It was all about mind, heart, and gut, and those three decision-making centers. I just read, as I mentioned, this giant, well, the post wasn't so long, but there were many, many very long comments. I'm in a Facebook group called Americans in the Netherlands. It's all about, Americans who are living in the Netherlands. It's all about expat questions, and sometimes it's about Taco Bell and silly stuff, but many times like this one, it was a biggie. It was a deep one. This woman was writing, and I actually forgot the original information. Was she here for 1 year or 3 or 7? I can't remember. But all of the posts were from people, and it was really about decision making. Do we stay or do we go? Do we stay or do we go now? Okay, I'm not even going to try that so early in the morning. They were debating back and forth whether they should move back to the States. Her daughter, academically, and this is also quite American, she thought the mother, again American, thought that the daughter had more potential and wasn't doing well enough in school. She got 7s and 6s and maybe 8s. And yet, for the Americans listening here, it's like a 1 through 10 scale. And this is going to sound weird, but 10s are almost impossible. And whereas the American would think that's an A+, that's attainable, right? Well, yeah, kind of, not really. Anyway, I don't want to get into the American school system and Dutch school system. The post wasn't about that. The post was about, should we move back to the States or not? Here's my thought. And remember, dear listener, if you're listening to this and wondering, why is Bradley talking about this? Here's why, and here's your takeaway, and here's my little gift to you. I talk through ideas. I put on the timer for 10 minutes, and in under 10 minutes, I have to get through a point or talk through a discussion or, frankly, make a decision or have a little discussion with myself, usually in the mornings because that's when I have my most clear moments. So that's this one. And here's my answer. Here's my solution. My solution combines my talk from, I was going to say last year, it's actually still this year, of mind, heart, and gut. So these are three decision-making centers. And since Las Vegas, now 2 weeks ago, where I heard, I won't mention his name, but I heard a talk by a guy who's just fantastic. And he also, it wasn't so much talking about decision-making. He was talking about having a discussion with your sort of alter ego, with your alter self. And he had made this self he called it a digital doppelganger, or a digital duplicate of yourself, right? A copy of yourself. And he had made it where it was digital AI, right? So he had created an AI bot, and he could ask questions to this AI bot. Now, I'm not completely sure how he trained the AI bot to, sort of be him, but it's not that hard. So here's my plan, and this is it just keeps reinforcing in what I want to talk about and do. And I'm even thinking maybe it should be an app. So here's my thought. Again, back to the American with this big, big, big decision, right? It's real. I'm not lightening her decision. It's a big one. I have it on a regular basis. Should we move back to the States? Should we move to Italy? Should we stay in the Netherlands, right? I don't know the answer. So here we go. What if we could create these AI bots? One is your mind, one is your heart, one is your gut, and they are you. They are digital representations of you. And yet there's more depth because there are more angles and there are more axes, right? It's not a two-dimensional system here. It's not just A or B or black or white or yes or no. So for example, mind, heart, gut. And let's say you have that's a big question, right? Should we move back to the U.S., right? And what would I also think there's past, present, and future. So remember, I just increased the potential for, wow, this is getting complicated, for the mathematical equation of the decision-making process. So there's mind, heart, gut, right? You're rational, you're passionate, and your sort of courage or intuition, mind, heart, gut, the three decision-making centers. And does one have more weight than another? Maybe one has more weight than another in certain situations, right? Like I want to trust my mind, my more analytical self for, I don't know, maybe financial decisions. And yet I want to trust my heart for relationship decisions. And I want to trust my gut for, I don't know, safety decisions, right? Can you feel that difference there? So then that's one, what's the word? It's not angle. It's like I'm very visual. I see axes, like an X and Y and Z axis. So one of them is this mind, heart, gut. And then I'd like to add in past, present, and future. What does your past, present, and future mind look like? Or your heart, or your gut? Who, and here's the subtitle of my book series, Who Will You Be Next? So here's an interesting one is, what would your present self, or your past self, how would your past self answer the question? Should we, her past self clearly decided to move to the Netherlands. Okay, great. What were the decisions then? And her present self doesn't know what to do, but her future self, her future mind, her future heart, her future gut is also going to evolve. It's not going to be the same mind, heart, and gut as the present day. So I wonder, here's my technological question, and that is, could we program, could we teach the AI to sort of have a future self? And of course, it's only going to know what we input. So I could see like an interview process where we talk through the future self. What does your mind look like in the future, and your heart and your gut? Who do you want to be? I mean, I'm back to who will you be next? And so trying to make decisions sort of with your future self in mind, how does that help, right? So for example, me personally, it's currently the end of 2024. I'm going to be an empty nester in a year. And that is going to change a lot of things with my, maybe it's my gut and heart are relationships, right? Like mind, I'm like, okay, I have a smaller household. Okay. Well, I probably have more costs, but I have a smaller household. So does that mean we move? No, frankly, yes. So that's what I want to see. Okay, I think I'm out of time. You get the idea. By the way, if you like these, feel free to comment or let me know, or let me know if you do this on your own. Thanks for listening. Bye for now.